Car? I don't know. The other elf. I will call them dark elves and white elves. So let's talk to a white elf. Oh, yeah. Those names are just ridiculous. Dolkafar and Dokafar, whatever it is. Okay, what did you bring me here?
And here I was beginning to think that you'd never show up. This is Glynel, Lawmaster of the House of Ballads. Give the Codex over to him, and he may have your answers.
Okay. Let's talk to you first a little bit. Yeah, how did you find the Tuatha?
The Tuatha are a radical sect of Fae within the Winter Court, led by Gadflow and his insane rants about their new god. They've taken power and declared war on mortals. They use raw prismia to enhance their power, and their devotion borders on madness. But the most terrifying thing to the Fae is simply the fact that their siblings have changed so completely.
Yeah, so how are the Fae supposed to be?
For a long time, they were content to keep to their play of the summer and winter courts. Now we fight Gadflow and the Tuatha for our very existence.
Gadflow the Great. Okay, yeah, tell me about the war.
You haven't been around much, have you? The Tuatha have been pressing west from their home in Alabastra. Right now, they're only threatening my people. But if we fall, the Tuatha will turn their eyes to the other mortal races.
Banta father? Do you want me to start saying that instead of bullshit? Alright. Shoot, tell me about the Winter Court, your dearest enemy.
The Winter Court, or the Unseelie, embrace the destruction and decay of nature. They aren't evil, but they aren't exactly the best of friends. Normally they share power peacefully with the Summer Court. But since the Tuatha have seized power, there is neither peace nor predictability.
Okay. What else? Yeah, their enemies, the Summer Court.
The Summer Court, or the Seelie Fae if you prefer, embody the growth and energy of nature. But they can still be as aloof and uncaring as a brutal summer day. The current High King of the Fae is Titarian, the wisest of the Summer Court. While Gadflow has undermined the Winter Court, he tries to keep their cycle in balance.
Did you see that? She said this. The Summer Fae, or the Silly Fae. Yeah, they're the Silly Fae. And the other are the Badass Fae. So tell me about the High King.
Titarian isn't quite what you'd expect from the High King of Summer. But he hasn't got the arrogance of his cousins, or their cheer. Ever since Gadflow killed the High King of Winter and started the war, Titarian has become distant and melancholy, and blind to the dangers around him.
Okay. Why can't you tell me about Gadflow? I really want to know about him. So what's this Prince Beer stuff that they keep injecting?
We've known for a long time that Prismia crystals allow us to store and focus magical power. The gnomes use it in their grander inventions, when they can get it. But we have no idea how Gadflow got a hold of so much of it. It makes his Tuatha the most dangerous army I've ever seen.
Until I build mine. Okay, what else? Yeah, tell me about your people.
We are the charmed, the subtle, and the inspired. In happier days, we were the loftiest of the mortal races. We despise open war. But for decades, the Tuatha have been at war with us, pushing into our lands and forcing us to take up arms.
Okay. What's Glianal?
Glional's one of the greatest balladeers amongst the Fae, and the most learned lawmaster you'll find outside of Issa. And as it happens, he owes me a favor.
Really? Why? What makes you so special, Aline?
I'm a woman of many talents, and we're all taught that we must use our talents for the greatest good, right?
No? What are you saying? The greater good. No. Unless the greater good is my own. Yeah, the greater good pushes us to follow fate, but we shun it.
A close friend once told me, strive to be whatever you want to be. Fate might be a lie, but if it isn't, then worrying about it won't change a thing.
So why do we fret out the Codex of Fate?
The Codex of Fate is no simple law stone. It's more subtle and complex than any mortal could comprehend. But a law master of ballads may be able to interpret it.
I guess not. I guess we will have to do a lot of shit in order for the lore master of the house to actually do something.
The Fae do not have a written language, so their tales are their lifeblood, their history, and their future all in one. The House of Ballads is where they enshrine these legends and celebrate them time and again.
Okay, so this Fae can help me. How?
Lore Master Glional has devoted centuries to the study of lore and ancient Fae stories. The codex you found isn't just any lore stone. Just talk to him, and I'm sure he'll be able to shed some light on the issue.
Yeah, let's see.
Be on your way.
Law Master.
Speak to the antiquarian.
This House of Ballads Secuston does not respond to your attempt to interact with it. Perhaps it has something to do with the largest spherical slots around found on the front of the relic. It appears another magical item is needed to make the Equistone function.
The Law Master is waiting for you,
Anal
and for the codex.
talk to me. Yeah, we're going to call him that.
You must be Lady Shear's friend. She speaks very highly of you. An occasion rare enough to be worth recording in its own right. But let's see this codex.
Yeah, what are you implying?
Oh, nothing. This is no mere law stone, you know. The Codex of Destiny is distilled knowledge from the High King of the Fae, given to the first Fate Weavers. To have such knowledge in your hands is a tremendous gift. But why did it reveal itself to you?
Because I have no fate. I'm a god amongst mortals.
Nonsense. All children of dust have a story that is written before you see your first dawn. Now, I can only make out some parts, but this is odd. The Codex speaks of an exception, a void, an end to the endless. This is simply too much. The High King would never pawn such absurdity off as wisdom.
I assure you I'm real.
I'm sure you think it is. I fear you must have been taken in by a forgery. A perfectly created one, perhaps, but a forgery nonetheless. But this codex speaks of impossible things, changes to fate, death of the immortals, and other heresies.
Great.
To ascribe these lies to the High King would be... I'm sorry, but I must ask you to take it away. I will have no part in these lies.
Well, they are not very open-minded, are they? So how does this contradict the telling?
Every creature has its story. The wake it leaves behind in its travel, that is a telling. It is a narrative of defeats and victories that give every life meaning. Our Fae telling goes on from creation deep into the hidden end. Until then, we celebrate the small songs, the ones that celebrate the spring in which we find ourselves.
Okay. And I suppose this is where you tell the telling in the house.
For you, tales are naught but a reminder of your inevitable decline. But for the Fae, our tales are eternal reminders of our truest selves. Here we celebrate the very heart of our kind. The greatest of our tales, reborn and relived.
Well, I won't say relieved. But what do I know? Look at that stare down contest going on there. I don't think either of us is going to win. Tell me about the storyteller.
The role of the storyteller is the most important to the Fae in the Court of Summer. He watches the telling as it unfolds. His gaze is not on one ballad, but all of them.
Okay, what about you, Lore Master?
As antiquarian, I'm keenly aware of the lesser ballads in Fae telling, and do my best to ensure that they're not lost in the wide river of time. I'm keeper of the Echo Stone here in the House of Ballads. It has only come to us recently, but I find its purpose most fascinating.
Yeah, why? Why do you find it fascinating?
It is a new relic crafted by several of our most attuned Fae mages. Usually the notion of new repels me, but in this case, I can't help but feel a spark of curiosity. The Echo Stone can be used like a lore stone to experience past narratives, stories that have long since left the lips of their tellers. However, one can only use the Echo Stone if he has the right matching cairn, a magical key devised by Hallam the White himself.
That's not going to be easy. Shoot, another court of summer.
All of us in the Western Feylands are subjects of High King Tatarian. Our presence maintains the natural balance, bringing the green of spring at winter's end.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. You just believe you're very important to the flow of things, but you are not. Tell me about your king.
His wisdom is above us all, even the lords and ladies of the House of Ballads. The High King guides us in all the grand telling of the Fae.
Yeah. Everyone loves the king. Are the Fae such... Yeah. All of them such complete idiots.
We are the story that is told in every age, with different words, but the same meanings. We are the blazing summer and the brooding winter, forever following one another. We are as we have always been and shall ever be, no more and no less.
Yeah, I guess that's not true. Godflow is great, and you are not.
He is an offense to our people. He upsets the natural order, and his war breaks the cycle. I will speak no more of him.
Yeah, you will not speak of him because he is actually doing something instead of just standing around reciting past tales that should be kept in the dark. He's doing instead of talking. You don't like that, antiquarian. So, are you sure this is a fake codex?
Is there a meaning to it? Only its author can tell you.
Ah, shit. Okay, goodbye. Well, I guess...
Do not bother me with such foolishness again.
I guess this woman is going to be very disappointed.
Lionel spends his life cherishing old stories, but show him something truly new, and he dismisses it. Tragic.
Yeah, because it doesn't fit with his worldview. He's obviously very narrow-minded. No, the codex is not a forgery. So what do we do now?
First of all, we ignore this fool. Most Fae aren't comfortable with change, and you are certainly something new. I'm afraid that only one person will really be able to help us with the Codex. The High King himself.
Fat chance? Yeah, not another Fae. Unless it's Godwold.
Titarian isn't like other Fae. I'm sure he'd be interested in you, even if you didn't have that Codex. The only problem will be meeting him. His court is in the city of Isa, and few mortals are permitted to enter its gardens. I do know one individual who can allow you to enter, but you'll have to meet him alone.
Great, because that's what I want to do. Who is it this time?
Neuralem is more of a what than a who. You'll understand when you meet him. With any luck, he'll be more favorably disposed to you than he is to me. He's bound to be curious at least. You'll find him in southeast Dalentar, at Caer Neuralem. Just head towards the giant tree and, well, you'll see.
Alright. Tell me about the tree, man.
Neuralem is the oldest living mortal. He remembers the time before even the Fae called these lands home. You should see how they cherish him. He rarely grants an audience to visitors. His tenders say he knows the future as well as the past. It makes him very particular about what he says.
So, you're telling me there is an eternal mortal being? That doesn't make any sense. He has lived longer than the Fae, and she still calls him a mortal. I guess that means he can die, but how do you know he can die if he has not, and there is no one else like him around? So, what do you think about Lionel now?
That old coward. He may have lived 100 heroic lives, but he's lost the moment he faces something truly new. Pathetic.
Of course he has. Without the great Godflow.
None of us could have foreseen the rise of Gadflow and his army, but we should have, and now we're all facing the price.
Yeah, his leadership is the wheel that spins the world. What do we have with the Codex now?
That Codex isn't just a complicated law stone.
Oh.
It seems to tell a tale most Fae don't want to hear, and created by High King Titarian himself, no less. Interesting.
I guess that's why she wants it to bring to Titharian. So let's go to Neuralem.
You'll have to meet him on your own. I'd accompany you, but Neuralem and I have our disagreements.
Okay, goodbye.
Good luck with Neuralem, and ignore anything he says about me.
Old friends, new foes. Okay, let's make that our main quest. Let's talk to the man outside. The Fae thingy here.
You compete for sacral seat? Charming. This does not concern you, mortal. You would not, could not, understand. One of our most beloved heroes has fallen. Sir Sagral's passing leaves his legend in peril. A seat in the House of Ballads cannot remain empty, lest the great stories end. And that must never happen.
Okay. What is the House of Ballads?
We are the collectors of tales, the warriors of lore, the most respected of all Summer Court heroes. Our deeds are known across the Fey lands. Our great knights, Wenson the Bold, Airmer the Pure, Olaine the Kind, are destined to repeat their quests for all eternity, that no Fae may ever forget. They remind us of who we are and what we've done, of our greatest achievements and our deepest losses. The house ensures those defining tales are never forgotten.
No, I disagree. They remind you of who you were when you were great. You were successful and you were active. You were out there doing amazing things. Now you are just hiding in this place, chanting around the fire. So, yeah, what happened to Sir Sagrel? He defected.
Sir Sagrel, Slayer of Volzigan, Lord of the Morning Mists, and Defender of the Crown of Haxi, was one of our most beloved knights. His tales have endured for generations. Several days ago he departed to do battle with the Grave Thresh, his most famous and legendary foe. But there was an event, a twist in the story. In this telling, it was the Thresh that bested Sagrel. Such an outcome has never happened. I don't know what to make of it.
So we're talking about another person. Yeah, I will fill the seat.
You are bold, but that is not how tales are told in the House of Ballads. Only a worthy Fey hero may finish his quest, complete his story. However, these are strange times. Magic weaves itself in new patterns and change. It is the one thing with which we Fey have no experience. If you so choose, join the other pledges. You too may attempt to defeat the Grave Thresh, recover Sagrel's ring, and take his seat in the House of Ballads.
Okay. So there is King Wensen and High King Tathir or Tathirion. Tell me about the king.
He is Wensen the Bold, Falcon of Detir, Annihilator of Elkmar, Captain of the Gilded Gorgon, Grasper of the Spear of Light, and Baron of the Forsaken Plain. Wensen founded the House of Ballads many seasons ago. It was meant to be a source of pride for all Summer Fae. Our glory belongs to everyone.
Okay. What about you?
I am Hallam the White, Seeker of the Stone of Val, Baron of the Drowned Forest, Slayer of Argoth the Mighty, and Chamberlain to the House of Ballads. Many in the House of Ballads call me the Storyteller, for I watch over the Summer Court's anthology of experience.
Well, they do like their titles. Yeah, what's a fake cairn? I don't remember.
The creation of a new form of magic, a permanent magic, was a necessity for our kind. The rise of the mortal races coincides with our decline. Lore stones are a faulty method of remembrance, one that can be changed, destroyed. But the cairns, they are invulnerable to harm. They are forever.
Forever. What about the Court of Winter?
For many seasons, the Court of Winter ruled alongside us as allies. There is no spring without the cool decay of autumn, no bright summer without the snow. Yet, even as our power wanes, theirs is mysteriously on the rise. Surely, you have felt it.
Yeah, it's because of that substance they keep using. Yeah, so you're in decline.
We are the soldiers of summer, the guardians of the light of spring. When our cousins in the winter court celebrate the darkening of the skies, we revel in the dawn. However, our cycle is changing. Everyone has noticed the fires on the sea, the monsters in the east, and the whispers on the lips. The summer court is in decline.
Well, that's a story I would like to hear. So, how was the song of Sir Sakurel supposed to go?
It is a popular tale, featuring the summer court's most treasured rogue. One afternoon, Sagrel, his head sleepy with wine and dreams of women, awoke to a terrible roar. The treacherous maid of Windermere, villain of the House of Ballads, was summoning forth a beast from beneath the earth. She wished to send it against Wenson himself. When the maid departed, Sagrel tread into the beast's lair and killed it, only to realize that it was simply the first of many deadlier enemies. What a song.
Okay, so where's the Grey Thresh?
The lair of the Thresh is east of this great house, in the hollow of Gorgoeth. In the evenings after dark, you can hear its disturbed slumber. The cries are unsettling.
I guess that's why I couldn't do anything in Gorgoth.
Go now, and make the song your own.
Ah, there they go. Look at them run. They are really eager to become the new chairman or of the House of Summer. Alright, where do we have to go actually to complete our quest? Fuck me. Mid-Niralim. Are you kidding me? They just keep mowing and mowing. It's shit. Okay, let me check something. Where is Alabastra? So they are coming from here. I guess the other elves live in this place. Either in the theory or in this slice of real estate. Alright. So what should we do? I really want to go to Isa. That's my main concern right now.